Wanted to do a video on the Merritt Island Wildlife Refuge and cycling out there. Here we're going up Max Brewer Bridge. It's about a half mile from my house, and you can get on this and head east, and you're going to head into the Merritt Island Wildlife Refuge. And here we're on there. It's some great riding. There's a couple miles where it's shared with vehicles, and there's a number of miles that's chained off, so only bicycles and pedestrians can get on. One of the nice things about Titusville is, if you go east, you get on the Merritt Island Wildlife Refuge, which is this pristine area here for cycling, or you can go west-northwest, and you're on the East Central Regional Rail Trail, and you can go to DeLand, you can go to New Smyrna, and you can go Sanford and keep going all the way over to St. Pete. There's some gaps on that, but it's some great riding. So it's all very accessible from Titusville. This route here is from my house. It's at 11 half miles each way. So I get a 23-mile bike, so it's a short ride. You can make it what you want. You can extend it out. There's other roads out there, but some of them have been washed out by the hurricanes. We've had the Helene and some others that we've had in the past. The Merritt Island Wildlife Refuge staff, it's been cut down with government funding and stuff, so they only have so much funding they can do to restore these trails. This one here is Peacock's Pocket, and it runs the perimeter of the wildlife refuge, and it's in good shape and very rideable, no issues. I ride a Diamondback. It's actually a road bike, but I have 30s on it, and it's Diamondback Century that I use to ride out here. But you can ride 700 by 25s out here if you want. I ride 700 by 30s, just a little more comfort, but they're quenchers. They're not tubeless, so they're pumped to 70 psi and still very comfortable ride. So we're continuing to head west, and actually we're headed towards Kennedy Space Center. So NASA and Merritt Island Wildlife Refuge, they work together to keep this area pristine, even though they have rockets with very toxic fuels and stuff. They do a great job of keeping it all contained and keep preserving this area. So here's an area, obviously the vehicles are allowed. The vehicles that come out here are typically fishermen. Sometimes their photographers come out here because there's a lot of beautiful things, birds to look at and to photograph. They have roseate spoonbills. They have herons. They have tricolored heron. They have the big blue heron, the pelicans. There's all kinds of birds out here. This particular day, there wasn't a whole lot of birds out. But that's kind of unusual, especially in the winter. In the winter, there's a lot of birds out here. So here we're headed up to actually a chained-in area, so only cyclists and pedestrians can cross. And we're headed back towards Titusville. It's all in good shape. It's you can ride as fast or as slow as you want. You can ride pretty much any type of bike out here. It's well packed. Sometimes it's windy. It's very open, as you can see, but there's a lot of turns, so the wind is not continuously in your face. interesting story is when the Soviet Union in the early 70s during Skylab came to visit Kennedy Space Center. They were more impressed with how beautiful and how well preserved the areas around those launch pads and everything were, because in the Soviet Union all the pads were kind of a toxic wasteland. So NASA did it right. I typically ride this route once a week. It's nice just to have a shorter ride on the gravel. And it's so beautiful. You can see the do not enter sign because I'm going the opposite direction of the cars. I've never had an issue with cars. They always, if I'm coming towards them, they'll pull over. They're fishermen, or maybe photographers, but typically they're fishermen. Bridge in the distance there, that's the Max Brewer Bridge, and that gets access to the Merritt Island Wildlife Refuge from Titusville. It's the entrance area. And here we're going down the Max Brewer Bridge into Titusville. I guess what I would say is, I'd highly recommend it. It's a good time, great riding, makes for a beautiful day. You can make it an hour, you can make it half a day if you want. On those designated bike paths here, headed back into Titusville. A lot of parks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you get out there. See you out there. Take care. And ride safe.